I met a Gypsy.
What would you want out of an interview? Because I feel like they're all very like the same. Like if you want to see like a good interview, like I feel like Plessinger has a good interview.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, like it's a bit of character.
Do it for Dale.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I just went up there and did it for Dale.
Sorry, that was a serious question.
Like you know Ricky Bobby when he's doing those, like just
Sorry
come
for
on and do a
taking the piss.
full Ricky Bobby interview.
What would you do?
I don't know. I want to work on that, so it has a bit more character.
Yeah,
but just don't say the same. Shit
but there's just some guys that they're just not like. It'd be hard for an interviewer, like for Daniel Blair to do much with them. Then you know, like because
scrub the mic like Conor McGregor and just say what you want to say.
It's so easy, bro. Like to have a presence and it's so easy to stand out.
Yeah,
because there's so few people that do.
That have
you know what I mean? So it's like that was one thing.
Yeah, look at you. All you had to do was dye your hair.
Yeah, exactly. But that made such a big difference for some. Yeah, even like the fist thing we shot the other day.
Yeah,
like it's not that crazy.
Yeah,
not that crazy. But it's like
pretty weird. But it's not.
But it's like you just went to.
Have you seen it, Matt? How good is it? It's the best. You know, we were talking about. Oh yeah, we need to do something cool with Dean, and I sat there and I'm like. We need to put him in a leotard and take him to a gym.
I'm just like all there for it, there.
I'm like, if there's one dude that I know who will be... No, actually, there's two dudes I knew that would be into that. One was Harry Bink, but we already had a wizard thing set up for him. And the second one was Dean.
Yeah, I'll take the consolation prize.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, it doesn't take much to stand out.
No.
Nah, it's so easy for these guys to just... actually have.
That's why Jason has this like hair and beard thing going on.
But look at, I mean, the podcast in that sense is like it's just not it's not that hard to stand out in moto. Like if you just do something different, it's not that big of a sport. No. You know what I mean? Like in terms of the industry, I don't know why these guys like Phil Nicoletti has a crazy fan base, and dude, the guy has I don't even know when the last time he was on the podium.
Yeah,
you know, it's like it's just not hard to do. If you just give us something different. Yeah. You know, and that's why guys like AP, yeah. You don't even have to be good at moto to be in moto. You know what I mean?
Be interesting, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know, Dean.
He just does, like with Stank Dog, he just does it different. He's like riding a two-banger.
Berriman.
Being a legend, got long hair, got a moustache. Yeah. Loose, legend.
Yeah. And the thing is that for the most part, like Stank Dog's a relatable guy. Yeah. You know, like a lot of people aren't the singular focus like, you know, the way that a McAdoo is. Because he's another guy that's just so singularly focused on, like people just can't relate to that in terms of like your personality, you know? Yeah. Whereas it's so easy to relate to Stank Dog.
Yeah. Well, how often there's riders there and you're like, I kind of like you because you're a good rider, but I don't know who you are at all. Yeah. Like at all.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
it's like a little personality.
Yeah, but that's why like Jason's podcast like helps those dudes.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, heaps, yeah.
Because like someone actually just said in the chat.
I learnt more about Aaron Gwynn in that 3-hour podcast you did than racing it with him for 10 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That made me like him as a person a lot more. And that wasn't like I didn't like him, I just didn't know him.
Yeah, you didn't know him enough to like him.
Yeah. What's the thing I said to you? It's like if you're not outgoing or something, someone will write their own story about you.
That's so
true. And everyone just
eh?
comes up with their own story because you don't give it to them.
Yeah, like if you don't have your own story about yourself, then people will just
make up their own. Yeah.
Which like there's you know merit to that in a sense of.
Well, Sam
like Tomac kind of does that.
Yeah,
you know
and
what I mean?
Sam Hill kind of did that.
Sam Hill,
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I get the logic of both, I guess. You know, one thing I will say about super motocross that I really like,
super duper motocross,
is the fact that they're quick on the highlights.
Logo's sick.
Well, I like that they're showing Supercross and motocross together, like because they've come together and they've actually got the TV rights. It can be this like continual thing where it's not like you have Supercross and then they pretend motocross doesn't exist for the next 6 months. And then because they're pretending they don't exist, these guys pretty much don't exist while they're not racing. So it's like, while they're not racing, both series don't exist because you're getting zero messaging from it. So you combine them together into the one deal. And then you're actually able to see footage of Eli and Chase battling together in the motocross championship, and then you roll that highlight into A1, and it's just like this. It actually gives the sport so much more depth and context.
Well, I was gonna say, do they do, because like touching back on those like motos inside the outdoors, I remember being so invested in those because they gave you this backstory.
They told you the story
to then the race. Like, people just want to get told a good story.
100%.
Do they still do stuff like that with?
Not as much.
Because what was this inside this? There was the Supercross series they did a little while ago.
Yeah, turn it down a bit on the stream, Griff, for us.
They did like a Supercross behind the scenes kind of
behind
like
the dream, I think. Chasing the dream or behind the dream or something.
Because I look at UFC, man, and like
That's,
they've marketed that so well. Like,
fucking stop talking about the fucking UFC. It's motocross. Nothing to do with that. I get it all the time, bro.
It's marketing, man.
That's
it's
jiu-jitsu.
marketing. It's not. It doesn't matter what the sport is. If you can put eyes on it. And that's why they've gotten so big so quickly. There's a story, and like obviously someone like Conor McGregor that like was he transcended the sport. Yeah. But the whole thing was
because he had a dope story.
Exactly.
And he related to everybody.
And he carries on like a dickhead, which I love.
And he's just off the fucking bag constantly, which gives great entertainment.
Oh, man.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.